Hello everyone, and welcome to today's lecture. Let me start out with a review of what has happened with the Hurricane Lane. First off, that is certainly good news. It worked out very well for us. It worked out very well for everyone in Hawaii, and it certainly gives us an instruction that we will remember moving forward. Let me read a couple of the paragraphs from the message that Lantos gave on Thursday pertaining to Hurricane Lane, but I want to read them because these are paragraphs that we're going to revisit many times going into the coming weeks, months, perhaps years, as we move into the eon of eternal light. Lantos said, "It is a great joy to announce the presence of the early rays of the great star of Genesis, the great energies of the mighty star of Genesis, the arrival of the energies of the great star of Genesis, the arrival of the great form of light for earth in our beloved eon of eternal light. Yes, it is a great joy. Our beloved great star of Genesis will ignite the energies of earth within this mighty cosmic realm. Our precious knowledge of the flying seed has opened the gates for the beloved great star of Genesis. Yes, the gates are open. The elements rise up in the presence of the higher energies, the winds, the waves, the earth, the fires, the elements of the unseen. All rise in awakening. All respond in purification. The energies emitting from our beloved mighty star may bring disruption at times to the material layers as the light increases. The elements may generate disruption in the process of purification and regeneration. The eighth seed, the eighth star seed, is the precious seed associated with our world mother. As we receive the higher energies, we may bring greater stability through the enlivening of the eighth seed. Yes, this may soften the nature of this often disruptive process of introduction of higher energies. Okay, so those two paragraphs, Lantos made it clear, first off, this is a very good thing. This is a great thing that's happening, the arrival of the first rays of the great star of Genesis. And because of that, many of the elements of earth are waking up. They are rising up to help with the process of purification. Lantos spoke specifically of some of these. He said the winds, the waves, the earth, the fires. He also said the elements of the unseen. All rise in awakening, all respond in purification. So that means that we can expect more of these events, more events of earthquakes, fires, hurricanes, wind, floods, and I have no idea what we can expect with the elements of the unseen. But all of it is for a good outcome, the purification of the earth, so that we can have the full radiance of the great star of Genesis. Now, that doesn't mean that we simply sit back and allow these things to have maximum destructive capabilities. We didn't just sit back with Hurricane Lane, as it was still a Category 4 hurricane the last time we spoke, you and me, and it was headed straight for Honolulu. We didn't just sit back. Lantos gave instructions for what we do. We enliven the eighth seed of the flying seed, the eighth seed of creation, the seed of the world mother. When we enliven this seed, it allows the earth to respond even better. It allows us to soften the impact of the purification, whether that means lessening the impact of an earthquake, lessening the strength of a hurricane, lessening the damage and spread of fires. Any number of things where we will see lesser destructive impact because simply we enlivened the 8th seed of creation. So as we see these events coming up in the next weeks, in the next months, throughout this year, throughout next year, as you see this type of event happening, just know automatically that you should enliven the 8th seed of creation when you are doing your flying seed. That is going to be the instruction we get from Lantos. So that is something very good for us to keep in mind. Now let's also review our information, our instructions on the flying seed. It's important to Lantos that you understand how to use the flying seed. You will be given instructions on different techniques to do in the future, different techniques perhaps only for a week or 2 weeks, or in this case it was a technique to do over the course of just 1 day. But it is important to Lantos that you know the basics of how to actually use the flying seed and how to gain the greatest benefit from the flying seed. Now, for the techniques that you should try to do on a daily basis, Lantos divided those into morning, afternoon, and evening before bed. The most important of the morning is going to be your flying seed technique. But then right along with it, you have your creating technique and your shield. But he also said it would be very good to do the golden matrix technique right after you do the flying seed technique, the sunrise seeds, because the golden matrix technique allows your body to more effectively assimilate the energy of the flying seed. It allows you to be more effective in using the flying seed. So we like the golden matrix. It's 10 minutes right after you do the flying seed sunrise seeds. Then do your creating and ability techniques, even if that's just 10 or 15 minutes of creating an ability. Then do your shield and flame technique, which takes all of 1 minute of your time. In the afternoon, do your pearl of starlight technique if you have that. And then in the evening time, if you have time, it's great to do the affluence technique, the phrases of affluence. It's great to do the vision technique, but you may not have time for that. It is easy, however, to do the technique of the personal pathway, which takes 5 minutes, and then to do the sunset seeds. On a weekly basis, he recommended making sure to do the garland of Genesis, lighting the lamps. Okay, our sunrise seeds. When we use the flying seed every morning, we do our I am seeds, inception, appellation, and mission. The inception, as you know, is based on your date and time and location of birth. That seed you can find on the website, and it never changes. So that one seed you will use for your inception seed your whole life. Appellation, this is based on your name. Again, you find this on the website. Your mission seed. If you have attended one of the courses, the teacher training courses, either at the Center for the Flying Seed, the Seat of Eternal Light in Hawaii, or at one of the gates. If you have been to the Eastern Gate for the course, or if you're going to go to the Western Gate next month, then you will have or already have received a mission seed. Actually, you'll have received 3 mission seeds, but one of those is the one that you enliven with the flying seed in your I am seeds every single day. So you don't even need to check each day what your mission seed is going to be. But otherwise, if you don't have that mission seed selected at one of the gates or at the seat, then you use your moon wings each morning to select your mission seed for that day. And you use the intent, I am thy instrument. This will be the intent that you use for your mission seeds. The time frame for this, Lantos said, the I am seeds you can do for just 1 minute each. That's a total of 3 minutes. Or you could do it for 3 minutes each, for a total of 9 minutes. And then the daily seed. It's good to get the greatest amount of support each day. And for that, you can simply do it for 3 to 5 minutes. So again, a very short period of time for your daily seed. Then our sunset seeds. The sunset seeds have the seed of action, the seed of relationship, and then your inception seed. For the seed of action and the seed of relationship, you do need to check this every day. You're probably going to need to continue to do this each day simply because of the purpose of these seeds. The seed of action is designed to strengthen the positive effects of big events that happened during the course of that day and to mitigate the negative effects of events, significant events that happened to you during the course of that day. So it strengthens the good and it helps to weaken the bad. For this, you use your moon wings and you use the intent, I am the way. Then, for the seed of relationship, this helps not just in relationships between people, but also in cosmic relationships. And remember, when Lantos talks about relationship, he talks about how everything comes about through relationship. So cosmic relationships, this is going to be very beneficial for you. For this, you use the moon wings again with the intent, I am the song of life. Then you'll finish up with your inception seed. For this, it's 3 to 5 minutes each, so 10 to 15 minutes or so each evening before bed. Okay, that's our review of the flying seed for today. Thanks so much for being with us, and thank you for doing everything that you could, enlivening the 8th seed to help with Hurricane Lane. It's exciting to see the results of these techniques, so I'm looking forward to us continuing to use the flying seed not only for our own lives, but also to help other people in other places of the world using our own tools. Everyone, have a great week. I will speak with you on Wednesday.